This video is brought to you by the iconic bond.
Welcome to Photosynthesis 101. First, let's review what you already know.
Photosynthesis is when plants convert light energy from the sun into oxygen and food for themselves.
In this video, we are going to dive a little deeper into what photosynthesis really is. Plants are made up of many tiny cells. There's a part in the cells called the chloroplast. These chloroplasts help to convert light energy to food. The chloroplasts are made up of two distinct components. These are the thylakoid and the stroma.
There are two different types of reactions that occur within these, light-dependent and light-independent.
Light-dependent requires light, occurs in the thylakoid, and produces two components that store energy.
On the other hand, light-independent reactions do not require light, occur in the stroma, and store energy in the form of carbohydrates.
Light-dependent reactions are carried out by photosystems 2 and 1. Photosystems use light energy to produce high-energy electrons. For those of you that don't know, electrons are a negative charge in small particles called atoms. These atoms make up everything. Scientists use the symbol E- to represent electrons.
The first of the reactions within the chloroplast are called light-dependent reactions. This type of reaction is split into 4 steps. Step 1. Photosystem 2. A ray of sunlight goes down onto photosystem 2.
Water, also known as H2O, is taken from the chloroplast and broken down by a special compound called an enzyme into its components of H+ and half of an O2.
The energy from the sunlight provides enough power to create a high-energy electron that exits the photosystem. The leftover electrons from hydrogen are used to replace the electron that left photosystem 2.
Step 2. The electron transport chain. The high-energy electron from step 1 is then taken to the electron transport chain.
A compound called ADP, which steals the energy from the high-energy electron, is then turned into ATP, an energy-storing compound. After this, all that's left is a low-energy electron.
Step 3. Photosystem 1. The low-energy electron from the energy transport chain enters photosystem 1 as sunlight generates another high-energy electron.
The fourth and final step of light-dependent reactions is reduction, or adding of electrons to form NADPH from NADP.
The high-energy electron from the third step combines itself with NADP and the H+ from the first step to form NADPH, another high-energy compound. The two compounds, NADPH and ATP, move on to be a part of the light-independent reactions. This type of reaction is split into 3 steps.
Step 1. Carbon fixation. A 5-carbon compound called RUBP combines with a CO2 molecule to form an unstable 6-carbon compound. It then breaks down into 2 3-carbon molecules, which are much more stable and happy. These compounds are called PGA.
Then leads to step 2, reduction. 2 ATP molecules come flying in like a couple of hooligans and attach one of their phosphates to the end of each of the 3 carbon chains.
Then 2 NADPH from the light-dependent reactions come in and give the PGA molecules their excited hydrogens. Because of their new high-energy hydrogens, these new molecules are called PGAL, or PGAL.
The cycle makes 6 PGAL molecules, and one is sent into the plant for other processes, such as making food. The other 5 return to the cycle for step 3, regeneration.
This step basically involves a couple of ATP molecules coming in and giving their energy to break down the compounds and turn them back into 5-carbon chain molecules.
In this video, we went through the cycles of light-dependent reactions that use high-energy electrons to create NADPH and ATP.
We also went through how the light-independent reactions use NADPH and ATP to break down RUBP into PGAL. That's made into food for the plant.